Let's get start demo first of that Fluent UI with the Blazor. So I will show you everything over here, but yeah, in this session we'll cover only this grid, how to bind data in a Fluent UI data grid in Blazor application from the scratch. And let me show you, like if you see, I can ascending descending whatever things. So whatever columns we have, we can ascending descending, as well as all the data is populated in this data grid with this nice look and feel. We don't need to any style need to do anything in this grid, as well as whatever images icons you can just add only with the help of your Fluent UI icons. And if you also handle that events as well, like if you click that event, like edit event. So I'll just show you as of now here, but yeah, later on we'll implement for this edit as well. But yeah, I'll show you like okay how we can implement that dialog box as well on the click, any clicks. So this is also flexible to give us the Fluent UI. So once I click the delete, also that uh, dialog box also will be appearing. Okay, so let's get start implementation. So before we start in this series, so I'm especially recommend please watch my previous session, which is I cover like how what is that Fluent UI, how can implement it separately. But here I will implement in our existing Blazor application. So let's get start. Open in our Visual Studio first and look for a new project and choose a Blazor web application and click the next and just add the name like Fluent Fluent UI card operation series, and let me start to next and choose that whatever .NET 8 because it is support .NET 8, and choose the server instead of that WebAssembly, because WebAssembly it's not support all the events, but yeah, in the server side it is handling everything. So let me create that. Okay, once your application is ready, all the NuGet packages restored. So I'll show you like what is the structure of that web Blazor server render application. So it is very pretty much similar. It have a program.cs file which have all the interact server component and use that redirections, everything is whatever default things it is given us. It's have a application.cs file, JSON file, and also we have a layout. And in this layout, main layout and navigations, we have some default pages, and as well as imports files, whatever we have uh, normal imports means whatever global imports we can assign inside that file. Also we have the main file of that app.razor file. Also we have the roots razor component. So that's all for this here. So what you need to do for add the Fluent UI in this Blazor application, whatever you, if do you have an existing application or if you are creating new application, so how you can add that Fluent UI in your existing application in Blazor. So it's very simple. First you need to add two packages. What are those packages? First is this one, Microsoft Fluent ASP.NET Core component. So once you look this component like this package Microsoft Fluent, let me zoom in for you. So this is that component name, and this one we are looking, and this one and this one, these two things actually as of now record these two things. But yeah, later on we'll use this one also, and also that Fluent UI with this data grid, uh, this data entity. So that also we'll use later, but yeah, as of now I will use this one first. Component, apply, accept, then go for that icons because we will use some icons which is provided in Fluent UI, nice icons. So once you're done, then go to your program.cs file. You have to add two services as well. So those services you have to just add. So first service is you have to use service Fluent UI components. So this is actually whatever components we'll use of Fluent UI, that will be handled. Okay, so one we have to register as well, and another one actually you can just use. It is not related to Fluent UI, but yeah, if you want to any call of HTTP call, so that you can just register over here. So these two things first we have to register. Once you've done, now we can start our Fluent UI implementation. So first what I will do, I will just create a one grid, data grid. So what I will do, just create a new component. Let me create a new component. Name is data grid and add. And here, first I will just create that Fluent UI data grid. So it is very simple. Fluent Fluent data grid. You need to call that Fluent data grid. So this is that Fluent data grid. But yeah, uh, either you can just import whatever namespace is required. See, this namespace is required, you can either import over here, or you can just import it globally. So that better way is you have to just globally import here, so that you don't need to do again and again every components, because this things we require for every components, right? So that's why what I will suggest, you need to just mention in your uh, global component, then import file, and just mention this. Once you're done, save it, go back to your data grid. Now it should be render automatically. So see, once you get, now you will see many options over there, like Flint data grid. Then you have to mention items. So whatever items you just need to mention over here. So I'll just mention, it's like my items would be blogs. Like I will show you the blogs. So blogs, and make sure these items actually just expect iQueryable. So your whatever list, so you need to just specify iQueryable. And another property is tab tgrid item. So here you can just define your entities, like whatever entities you want to show, like employee entity or product entity or whatever entity, so you can just mention over here. And then finally close this, and inside this actually not like that, uh, close this, and then you can just close that Fluent your data grid. And also we can add many columns, like first column I will add over here as a template column. So why I need to template column, because as I show you the demo, let me show you again. So in this show you demo, so this is a column, right? So this is a column, 1 2 3 4 columns. There's the action columns, description, name, and here. So this is a image column. So in this image column, what I will to show you the image. So it is very simple. You can just add, this is a flexibility of Fluent UI. They give you the template column, and the template column you can just specify tooltip as well. And inside the template column you can just mention whatever you want. So I just want over here image, so I that's why I mention over here. Then what I need to do, I need to call other properties as well, like I want to show these two properties. So let me show you over here. Here, see, there's another property is like call it name. I'll show the name property, and also I can make it is shortable true. So if it is you don't want to shortable true, you can just false it, or you can just remove it. And then also alignment, it is given the alignment, whatever alignment you want. So it is center, left, right, where is. So there are two columns, I just set it over here, name and description. And one more thing I have done over here that is important, like see, if I go to show you over here, see, description is a very big content, right? So definitely if required in this straight line, right? So that's why I just break this line as a multi-line. So how we can do it in Fluent UI, it's very simple. You can just mention class and multi-line text. So this can be helps to break your long contents to here in this script. So that is done. Now finally what I need to do further, I need to let me show you again here. So see, this one done, this name was done, description done. Now I need to create some actions, right? So this action actually refer for this events like edit event, delete event, and view event. So go back to here again, and then again I need to do one another column, template column, and this template column, let me, so this is another template column, and this template column I just mentioned title as actions and alignments I set. After that, what I did, whatever our events, right? See, I just want to create event of this view blog. So I just use again Fluent UI button. So this is again Fluent UI button, and I just specify icons, which icon I want to use. So see, I can use many icons over here with this their size as well as their whatever icons name. So if you, I'll show you the dot. So once you dot, you can see many icons method. So you just call to this method name, you will get that icons, like for example clock, circle, anything like. So whatever things you want, you can just use it. It's very simple. Icons, regular size, whatever size, and also here the size, you can just use whatever size you want. So based on this size, you can just define your size. So that, like this way actually I just create three event uh, for this with this three button. One is edit, one is blocks, and one is the delete confirmations. So this is done. Now it is just complaining actually it is not ready for this block. So I'll just need to create some blocks, and we have to pass it over here. And one more thing actually I just creating over here, I using Fluent UI, but I will use this I will create a reusable component, so that this reusable component I can use over this application anywhere. Okay, so that's why I just create a reusable component for this. So in this here, what I will do, I'll just create some callback function over here, so that I can just uh, call back to this. So for example, I just create three events. So this three event I need to write some callback function, so that I can use this component in a parent, and I can use this event as well. So I already explain and I complete in my another other Blazor application, so you can just refer that one. So I'll show you like here as well. What I will do, just see, I just create a parameters. Okay, decorate with the parameter and use that iCurable, and here I use that blocks, which I will pass it over here as a parameter, so that this component I will use anywhere, they will pass that the collection of the data, and automatically will bind the our component. Same things I will do for that events handling. So whatever events in here, I'll just store here, so that I can use in our parent component. And one more things I'm missing over here for this edit and this blocks click. So these three events I just created over here. And also we have to just create this event, emit this event to that here in this method. So how we can do that, it is very simple. Again I need to create three functions. So this is edit function, block function, and I just emit invoke actually those event callback function inside this all the methods, and this method I need to call in this event here. That's it. So this is the way actually we can use the reusable component. This is part of reusable component, but yeah, this is a Fluent UI concept, data grid. So that is done. One more things I need to do. So visibility. So if this component visibility true or false base, I can manage in this parent component. So what I need to do, I need to add another visual uh, parameter for this visualization, and I can use it over here. I can just wrap it up to visualization conditions over here. That is done. And then what I need to do, I need to add actually those this view block view model actually, so which is not over here. So what I can do now is now is implementation will start for this data, because as of now we don't have a data. So either two way you can get the data directly, you can call the http request you can get the data, or you can just use that in memory list. So I'll just show you as a demo perspective in the in memory list, but yeah, later on we'll use that consumer API and we'll show that one also. So first I will do just create a data over here. So let me copy paste because I already created my other session, so I will not going to do from the scratch for that. So let me paste it. So now I just created block class. Okay, and this block class I have so many property: ID, name, description, author and titles. And then I have just created a blog service which is will implement like all the get alls, get by ID, create, update and delete. And also I just implement this block service. I just create a in memory list, and in memory list I just have some dummy data, and this dummy data actually we just manipulate over here, like by the get ID I can get the data. I can just read the data and can create a new data, update the data and delete the data. So this is a very straightforward implementation. Now one more things I need to do over here, that is a view model. So I'll just paste over here as a view model as well. Now go to here, view model. So this is actually interact with the UI, and whilst the inserting to data, that time will use that entity model. So that is a concept actually, view model and entity, so that view entity cannot see in the UI side. So that is done, that is fine. Now what I need to do, I need to just change my namespace as well. So my namespace would be this. So let me change namespace as well. Change namespace from here, change namespace from here, change namespace from here as well, change namespace for here. That's it. So the data collection is ready. Now go back to your components, go to your pages, data grid. Now we'll use the data. So as of now, see, still it is complaining. So let me import this. Either there is another way, you can just use this to in our import.js import.file reserve file, or you can just import over here. So once is done, now you can just mention here what is the collection you want. So I want to entity I need to define over here. There is an optional actually, you can just mention or not as per you. So now see, now all error has gone. Now I have that list as well as that view model. Whatever view model I want to populate over here, I just add it over here. So that is ready. Now I need to call this. So how we can call it? Go back to your home, and here I just need to call that component. So what is my component? It is a data grid component, and here uh, you can just pass it to your blogs, means your collections, and then you can just implement your things like so. That will do in a later, but yeah, as of now just close this and just pass it to your component over here. So let me create a code block over here so that I can uh, inject our services and get the data and pass it to Beres so that my component can be load the data. So let me code and just write some data. Actually first I need to uh, inject one service which is called our iBlock service. So how we can do that? It is very simple. So simply I just inject this and import this, and also I need to register this service. So that will do later, but yeah, use this service, and using this service, let me create one method, load blocks. So let me create one method, Okay, here what I'm trying to do, just simply, okay, let me change this name as a block service and change it to this block service. And what I'm trying to do, I just get the data, all the data here. And then finally what I'm trying to do, I just need to convert to over here, because see, this data is returning to blocks, which is entity, right? So now I need to move it to back to our model, view model. So bring the namespace, and that is fine. Also see what I'm trying to do over here, let me break this line and also break this line so that you can easily see. So it is very simple, I just whatever our list, so I just convert to block model and just set it the as queryable, because I need to return the list and the as queryable, because our uh, Fluent API accept that as I queryable list, right? So that's why. And this is need to define as well, so let me define this. So now it's defined over here whatever collection I record. So I queryable whatever model, the view model collection I want, and then define this list. And finally I assign this over here. And once this component load, I want to show, I want to render this data, right? So let me define over here, this is done. Now see, this is our reusable component with using of that Fluent UI, and I just pass to this collections. And on I need to use one life cycle actually, this component. So if you aware this Blazor concept, so there is one initial life cycle is the first life cycle is on initialize. So what I need to do, simply I just pass it to one you know that I will do later. Okay, so let me just call to our whatever, I just create a method over here, so that whatever data, just get it and assign to this property, and this property I can show over here. So that is done. Once build, actually let me build over here, but yeah, there is a one issue that I'll show you. I will not fix, but yeah, I'll show you. Let me run. Okay, now see, this actually I am expecting. So it is saying there is a this Fluent API, actually we using some uh, services, right, which is not resolve the register. So that I need to registered. So let me register that. If you go to program.cs file, here I need to register first that service as well. So builder.services, and here what I will do, I will use add transient, and here I blog service to implement blog service. So that is done. Now go back to here, let me refresh. Might be I need to restart because it's hot, so reloading, it's not working while whatever service you just injected. Okay, now it's running. And also I'm getting this you know component name, only just the titles I getting over here, but yeah, there's no data, right? So why it's, lets me go back to our component and see what is that. Okay, so now see, it is visible always, actually first is false. So if it is not true, so definitely this will not happen. So that's why I did not implement previously. I'll show you why I need to that visible flag actually. So first I need to, what I need to do, I need to add one more property over here, that is called a show visibility. And this visibility I will just on load, I will set it to just to true, so that what once it's load, so my component will be visible and it will show render the data. Now go back to here. Now still not rendering the data. So what I need to do, actually I missed something. If you go to back here, home component, so I just set is true, but I am not pass over here. So this component expect actually that visibility flag as a true or false. So let me pass it to over here at the rate show list. So once you pass over here, so based on this condition, actually this component will render or not, it is depend on, right? So let me save it, go back to your component. Now see, now I'm able to see the data with this grid, right? So only just mess up this images. So let me fix it quickly. Nothing we have to do, just what I need to do, I just need to add one class over here. Go to your app.cs file. Here I need to just add one simple card class, so that we can manage actually uh, our images. So let me save it, go back over here, let me F5. Now see, I'm able to see whatever things, right? So this is a very simple, and also we'll just implement that dialog box as well based on the click event. It is again, it's very let's go back to your home component. Now one last thing is pending, that click event, right? So that let me implement that quickly, that click event. So what I need to do, see this component actually we create that callback function. So this three callback function I just created, and we have to implement this callback function over here in this parent component. So how we can do that? Very simple. We can just easily we can create those event. First I just create for this edit one, and then I will just create for this delete, and then finally I'll just create for view. So let me create for view as well. So those are getting just created, and what I will do as of now, I will not implement this one because this will implement in upcoming session. But as of now, I'll just show you as a once I click this, so that can we fire and get the ID, and those ID I will just print as a dialog box. So how we can implement the dialog box? It's very simple. Again, just use a Fluent UI service. So what is that service name? The service name call is iDialog services. So in this dialog service, actually they will able to give this many flexibility of here. So first I'll show you for that informations. So I'll show the information for this. So it is very simple. Let me bring back to here. Like see, this dialog service has a many method, but I will use over here, but let upcoming session will use confirmation dialog box as well. So show informations, I just pass that show information for this edit, and the same for the delete. Let me bring back to new lines, and same for that here view as well. So whatever view, I'll just get it over here, and let me run. Okay, once you run, so now see everything is there. Also see ascending descending working, and also once you click, so it will giving some error. Now see, if you using dialog services, so it is saying actually, see this component actually missing. So where you need to that mention, just copy this component and go back to your solution and go back to your app.razor file, and here not here go to your main layout. Yeah, in this main layout, after this main body, you just define over here. Okay, so Fluent dialog provider. So based on this, actually you can just able to that dialog services. So let me continue again, or let me stop and run again. Might be taking some time, but yeah, now ascending descending is working fine. And also once I click this, so see now it's view call, now it's edit call, and also the delete call. Now also they see we are getting the ID as well. If I go some others one, yeah, ID 4. If I click the ID 2, if I click here ID 5, same for this edit and here. So that's all for this session. But yeah, upcoming session will implement those things, like insert, update, delete everything in one by one. So till now, thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share.